What's happening, guys? Nerd Person Shooter here again. Um, as you guys may have been aware of, Sony has been planning on shutting down the PS3 and PS Vita stores next year. Actually, I think it's already starting this month in like Mexico and maybe a couple other countries, but by next July, the entire storefront is going to be shut down worldwide. That includes games that you want to buy for PSP, PS3, and PS Vita. So I've been kind of scurrying lately to like get everything I've ever wanted on every handheld. And they're not making it very easy because when I got my PSP back in, I think like 2 weeks ago or maybe 10 days ago, I kind of forgot. I can't keep track. I want to say 2 weeks ago, I got my PSP at a local game store for like 160 bucks. Well, that's kind of a pain in the ass because my PSP isn't compatible with my modern internet. I can't connect online to download any PSP games I may have purchased in the past. And I also apparently can no longer even transfer PSP games from the PS3 to the PSP because they revoked that option or something. So yeah, apparently I'm gonna have to get all my PSP games physically, and that's gonna cost me a fucking fortune. I'm gonna have to do that very slowly over the course of the next several years. Okay, because I'm spending a lot of money right now. I'm spending a lot of money lately. I've also spent hundreds of dollars on games for PS3 digitally while I still have the chance. I did that. And now I ordered a PS Vita online for $170, and a few days later it has just come in the mail. This is a white PS Vita model. I have already bought like almost 150 bucks worth of PS Vita games on this thing. I was able to connect my account to this. Thankfully, this is compatible with modern Wi-Fi that I have. So, yeah, I get to play on the PS Vita, at least, with my account. Unfortunately, though, the seller neglected to tell me that this didn't come with an SD memory card that you put here. I didn't even know that you needed SD memory cards for the PS Vita. I mean, why should I? When the PSP has internal storage that you can use to download and play games, why doesn't the Vita? I mean, there is internal storage, but it's only reserved for like system settings and apps and all that stuff. I need a memory card to play PS Vita games and to download PS Vita games. What the shit? Come on, man. This ain't PS2, it's a PS Vita. So right off the bat, that feels a little backwards. But it gets worse, in my opinion. I can already tell that I'm not going to like the PS Vita quite as much as the PSP. And that is... Well, I mean, I do appreciate that this one actually has two analog sticks, unlike the PSP that only has one. But I don't like how close together the analog stick is to the other buttons, the face buttons. And when I'm playing, I feel like, when I do finally get to play PS Vita games, like Uncharted, Golden Abyss, Minecraft, Killzone Mercenaries, what else did I buy? Oh, Silent Hill Book of Memories, which I heard was bad, but I got it anyway. And I got a few other games, but I don't like how when I'm pressing, the X button and the down button, my thumbs are also rubbing against the analog sticks. I'm a little worried about that when I'm playing Uncharted. What's gonna happen? So yeah, I don't like how close together they are. I mean, when I hold this in my hand and I'm feeling the tiny buttons and they're right next to the analog stick, I almost feel like I'm playing a device that's specifically for children. Children with small hands. Like, I got pretty big hands. I don't mean to do a big dick joke or anything, but I got pretty big hands. even for a grown man. And so, it's kind of getting in the way. I guess we'll see when I get my SD card. I did order a 16 gigabyte SD card for PS Vita just today. That's going to cost me $30. It's a 16 gigabyte, which honestly I don't think I need any bigger than that. And besides, that's the cheapest SD card I could find on Amazon, was a $30 16 gigabyte one. So in total, this cost me $200 to complete. I mean, it came with the power strip, of course. Fortunately, it also came with this nice big bag. Let me open it up for you guys. It's like a PS Vita bag, and you basically this is where you put the console in. You can carry it with you. These look like they could be, these four things on the side here, they look like they could probably be for like fitting game cards in here. And of course this little net thing in the middle is where you put the power supply in. So I like how it came with a little carrying case in case I want to travel. I can play some PS Vita with me. That's cool. So overall, not a bad investment in my opinion. But I can definitely tell that I'm not going to play the PS Vita quite as much as the PSP. I've already bought almost every PS Vita game I would ever want to play anyway. That cost me like $140 in the PS Vita store. I got the Vita version of Little Big Planet, the Vita version of Minecraft, Papers, Please, Adventure of Mana, and those 3 other games that I mentioned. Yeah, so I bought like 7 or 8 games on the PS Vita already. And, well, Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified is on here, but they still want to charge $50 for it. And I heard it's a really bad game, and I don't want to pay any more than like 10 or $15 on that game, because I hear it's only like an hour long, and the multiplayer is probably completely neglected. So yeah, I might never get Black Ops Declassified unless I can find a physical copy that's like really cheap at like a flea market or a fucking yard sale or something. People trying to get rid of all their shit. I want to show you guys what it looks like in case you guys have never had a PS Vita before. So I turned it on. That's the time. August 3rd, Monday. And you pull this. So there's a touch screen, which is pretty cool. You get to move it. I mean, of course, you can also use, the directional pad to move and stuff. But it's got a touch screen, which is pretty cool. This is the menu. Yeah, like just like that, So that's pretty cool. But I have to wait. I gotta wait until my SD memory card comes in so I can download and play the games that I purchased today. So. And of course the power button is just right here. Hello. Yeah. Okay. I love how it has little relaxing music too when you open it up and in the menu. Kind of like the Wii. Anyway, guys, so yeah, stay tuned. I do have a thoughts video coming up. When I was at GameStop today, and I bought a shit ton of PSN cards. I bought like $150 worth of PSN cards. With my 5% discount, pro discount, I was able to get them for a little cheaper, like, I don't know, like $142.50 or something. I also found this. Mouse PI for hire for $30 new. I used my final $5 off pro coupon because my pro account is ending at the end of the month and I am not going to renew. For reasons that I'll make another video on. But yeah, I got this for $25 new, and so this came out earlier this year. I was really pumped to play it. This is a game that I was looking forward to playing since it was announced, and I finally got it. I wanted to wait until it was on a digital sale for like 15 or $20, but since it's physical, I'm like, you know what? This will be an awesome game to own physically. So my next major video, no goofing around and shit, will be a thoughts video on Mouse PI for hire. I'll let you know what I think of it. And yeah, so more videos coming this month, so stay tuned, and as always, thank you for watching.
Subscribe, motherfucker.